Hi guys, it's Carrie and I am here to share another project with you for the 12 days of Christmas friendly junk journal, gift ideas, and my last project that I have chosen to do, though it might not be in order actually now that I think about it. Anyway, this is the last video that I'm making, let's say that, and it's going to be a tag. So what I am going to do is create what I like to call a 3-tag table flip with a pocket so that you can insert a gift card and give it to somebody as a gift for Christmas. So here's what I'm working with. I've got my glue, crocodile, I've got a glue stick. I even have got my trusty old tea dye here from Tim Holtz in case I decide I want to distress my edges. Pull together a few pieces of lace that I may want to work with. I've got some white seam biting that I'm going to be using in here. I brought my Charmy Charms out. We will be selecting let me turn that around. We'll be selecting a charm to go along with this. So here's the plan. Okay. First of all, this is what I'm working with, a manila tag. These tags measure about 6 1/4 by maybe I don't know, 3 1/8. So they're pretty good sized tags. And we are going to be covering the front and the back. So I've got 2 done already, which I'm just going to set off to the side and we'll do one on camera together. So let me get, as I have made a mistake in the past so many times, let me get out my little parchment paper here so that I don't glue onto my table. It's a pretty simple process. I will be pausing the video so that I can do some stitching, but you don't have to, only if you want to. Okay, so let me make sure I'm in frame. Here's what I'm going to do. First off, take my glue stick, and I am just literally going to apply glue to this good size tag, just like this. Okay, doesn't have to be perfectly covered because again, I'm going to stitch it. And then I'm just going to take my cardstock. I cut the cardstock 6 1/2 by 3 1/2, so I have a little bit of an allowance. And I am just going to place it on. Let me grab my good friend, the bone folder, just to kind of help adhere the glue a little bit, just like so. Then I'm going to flip it over and trim it up. So let's get that done. It's interesting the shadows you can kind of get when you're filming, but that's all right. We're going to work through it. We're just going to work our way right through it. Peeps, no biggie. Okay, so I'm just trimming down just like this. I see a little corner that I want to nip. And maybe just a little smidge. Just a smidgy right here. Okay, good. Then, get that out of the way. I'm going to take my crocodile that has a little piece in it. And what I'm going to do is punch this hole. There we go. All right. And we're going to do the same exact process to the other side. So grab your glue stick and start gluing. So all the way up. Trying not to shake my table too much, you guys. Remember, it's this camera system that I've been working with. I'm thinking about getting a tripod and an octopus. I watched a video from Gail on YouTube, who I think we all know and adore, and she was showing us her setup, and I was like, oh, yeah, I need that. So I've been looking at Amazon to see if that's something that I might want to do. It's probably going to be something that I want to do so that I don't shake the table, because it's hard. You're literally working around your little swing arm situation. Okay. Same process. We are going to just go around the edges and trim. Just like this. I love working with these big tags. I bought a ginormous box of these. It was 1,000 tags, and I got it from Staples. And I must have got myself a screaming deal because I've looked again just to kind of price them out, and they are so crazy expensive. But when I got them, it was, you know, not even like $25. It's crazy how prices can change on a dime. Anyway, but that was like over a year ago, so times are changing, I guess. Okay, now let's do the same thing. Here's my little eyelet hole. So I'll go ahead and punch that. Oh, and I forgot, I wanted to use some eyelets too, now that I think about it. I'll be pausing this video anyway to do some stitching, so I'll be sure to come back to that. So here we go. Here's one side. Here's another as it flips up. So now what I want to do too, I have one more little piece. And I'm going to be putting a pocket on here. So I got to think about how far up I want to go. And I'm literally just going to grab my glue stick. It's no big deal because, again, I'm going to be stitching this. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just going to go around a little corner, just like this. Get a little glue on there. And then I will lay this down. Just like that. Okay. Give it a little squishy squish. See if I can adhere it to the best of my ability. And then I'm going to go trim. Come around. Okay, so that is going to be my pocket. Okay, so I have got this tag, and then I have got these two that I already did, which I think are cute together. They all come from the same paper pad, Ornamental Christmas, that I got from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. So that's going to be what I am using. So here's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, stitch these, and I'll be back. Just a sec. Shoot. Okay, so darn it. I think that I was off too long, you guys, and I think I was off too long and my video actually stopped recording. It's not letting me back. So worst case scenario, this is just going to be part 2, the extension of the tags that I'm making. So here's what I've done. I took my 3 tags over to the sewing machine and I stitched around them. Remember, this is the one that has my little pocket right here. And I grabbed a couple of eyelets. And so first things first, let's go ahead and get the eyelets in. I'm kind of thinking what probably happened is that I took too long to sew. Sewing stresses me out. Am I the only one? I see some people, you know, if you've done it for years, then that's amazing. And you just, giddy up and just go for it. I taught myself to sew by way of YouTube. And so I think sometimes I'm like, oh, I got to go slow so I don't mess it up. And I try my hardest to sew straight. So clearly it took me too long because my little video stopped on me. Oh, well, we're going to figure it out. Okay, so here we go. Here are the 3 tags that we have got. This one's going to be a pocket. They all have got coordinating pages on the back, so that's cool. The next step is, let's go ahead and add some lace. And I think this is the lace that I'm going to be using just for the front little pocket. So I think what I'll do, make sure you guys still can see. I'm going to see if I can shore this up just a smidget to have a little bit of a straighter line, maybe like that. Okay, so this lace doesn't have a whole heck of a lot to grab onto with the glue. I'm using my trusty old Fabri-Tac. I've got it here, and I've got to just go like this. Pull some of these little glueies off. And I am just going to run a very thin little line of glue so that I can tack on this lace as my pocket. There we go. Just like that. And then I'm going to try to get this thicker line right here. I'm going to try to get that to be on top of the glue. But I want to start over here. Just like that. I think it's going to work. In fact, let me just get rid of this right here. Just so I can kind of try to center this up a little bit. Got that one little edge that I'm not feeling. That's what I do to little edges that I'm not feeling. But you get the idea where I'm going with this. So just a smidget of glue. Okay, then I was trying to think about what I wanted to, if I want to put anything. So option one is I could totally just leave this as is and tuck something into the pocket. That would certainly be easy enough. I also thought about putting just a cutie down there, but it kind of covers him up. I think he's a little bit big, so I don't think those are going to work. And then I found these. These are little tags from Tsunami Rose. Homeward Bound and Indulge Yourself. They're just ones that I had laying around and already cut out. I would choose, obviously, like a Christmas sentiment to go here, but just to give you the idea of what I'm doing, I figure this will work. I'm just trying to think about which one do I want to use. So if I use the red, I think we're going to use the red because somebody might be going home for Christmas, and that could be fun. And maybe you're going to be sending them a gift card in the mail ahead of time. Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to take my little tea dye and just do a smidge around, just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac again. I just put it away, or just put it over on my desk, but let me go ahead and grab it again. And I'm just going to carefully go around the edges. I don't need a lot, just a little bit to hold this thing down. And of course not bleed over like glue sometimes can do. Although Fabri-Tac, I really don't have a lot of problems with that. Now watch I say that, and that's exactly what's going to happen to me. Wouldn't that be Murphy's Law? Totally. Okay. Is that looking pretty straight, right? Okay, straight enough. That's what I say. Alrighty then. Okay, now next step is going to be my seam binding. So this is a pretty long piece. I'm going to cut it in half. What I'd really like to do is have it, you know, like this. Let me see if I can speed this through, because I want it to go through all three of my tags, and that's what creates the flip. So here's one. Okay, my dog just took off to run outside, so I hope he doesn't start barking while I'm making a video. It's happened before. Can't say it won't happen again. It's like it's not quite even. Gosh, I almost need like a needle. But I'm gonna try try to do it without. Okay, there's 2. Gosh, can I get it through one more? Can we do it? What it really is I've got to get these 2 kind of the same. I'm just giving it a little twist in hopes to be able to go through and grab this other eyelet. Normally I work with something a little bit thinner than seam binding, but this is what I had hanging around. Plus I love seam binding anyways, so I'm like, well, I want to try it. The worst case scenario is it doesn't quite work like I want it to, and then I just take it out and feed something different through. It's not a big deal. Okay, so here's what we have. That's kind of cute, right? There's the top. So we've got tag number 1. We're going to put something into the pocket, and then you flip it up. Yeah, I probably should switch this out to something thinner. But there's that. And then here's that. You could put more pockets in here if you wanted to do, you know, kind of a themed gift or something. Like if you were doing movies in one pocket, dinner in another, you know, something. I don't know. I'm just going to grab one of my cards. Tuck it in, right? So that's your pocket right there. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is pick a charm. Trusty old charms. We need a bulb pen. Got it. And then I need a charm. Oh. Mittens. Ooh, cute. I found some mittens. I love it. Let's thread it through the bulb pen. So, grab. Got it. Here's Taggy. Yeah, I'm probably going to change this out, but not right now. All I'm going to do is just thread it right through. These are so easy to work with. Just like that. And then it can kind of hang down. And voila. There you go. I'm going to very carefully move this table, you guys. I have one more that I made, if I can reach it. And I'll show it to you because I worked with this other type of little ribbon stuff. This one was made, that I'm about to show you, was made with this kind of stuff. This right here. So here's another one that I made. It doesn't have a pocket on that one on the cover, but see how that one says a time for giving. So obviously that's a little more Christmas themed. And I'm going to take this out because it's totally contrasting. But anyways, there we go, you guys. That is my little idea that I wanted to share with you. Here, I'll put these in there. That could be cute. My little tags idea. It's super fun. It's really easy. And again, you don't have to stitch them. I stitched them just because I like the look of the stitching. And then, you know, just put a little card in there. It makes it personal, makes it fun, and you can send it off in the mail. And it shouldn't cost too much to ship either. So that is my last project, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this video cut in half, or at least I think it cut in half. I don't really know. Anyway, we'll find out. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.